All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy C&B checking in. And guys, it's rant time. It's rant time. Now, you guys know I am a big advocate for American fighters who have done extraordinary things in the sport of boxing. I'm going to defend them to the end. And you guys know I've been defending Terrence Bud Crawford for a long time now because he was one of our biggest and brightest stars. 5-division champion, 3-time undisputed champion in 3 different weight classes. And yet, people want to try to diminish his accomplishments in the sport of boxing. Now, I did a video the other day on Ryan Garcia and how people were rehashing this old interview, I guess, that he did, speaking about Terrence Bud Crawford, having some, I would say, derogatory things to say about Terrence Bud Crawford. And this was, I think, before the Canelo fight. And I criticized the boxing media, the YouTube boxing media on that, because it just looked like I would say, a money grab. Now, I'm no fan of Ryan Garcia. You guys know that. But I wasn't going to rehash old things. But now he's come out and said something that's recent. And he's talking about Terrence Bud Crawford. And I'm going to say this. I'm going to put this out here. I don't like to talk down on other channels, but I'm going to say Ryan Garcia and Boxingego are full of it. They're full of it. Now, let me play this clip from Ryan Garcia, and I'm going to tell you why they're both full of it, by the way. This is Creators Think Podcast. He did an interview with Creator Thinks Podcast. Shout out to those guys. You can check out that interview if you want, by the way. So let me play this clip. This is Ryan Garcia on Terrence Bud Crawford.
On a little bit of relevant stuff, Terrence Crawford being overrated. If you fought him, are you knocking him out, or is that a distance fight?
I think that Terrence hasn't fought any young, hungry, talented fighters. And if you look at his resume, he fought Errol Spence. He was already older. He fought Canelo, already old. Name one guy he fought that was a young lion. You can't name him because he hasn't done it. He didn't fight Boots. He didn't fight Virgil Ortiz. He hasn't fought me. Devin. He just doesn't fight anybody that's hungry. The same hunger he got. That's why he's beating.
I don't know shit, but I don't think.
All right, so you guys heard that. He's overrated. Yeah, he fought an old Errol Spence Jr. He fought an old Canelo. Isn't it amazing how they always want to move the goalposts when it comes to Terrence Bud Crawford? Terrence Bud Crawford is retired, by the way. He's 42-0. He's been doing this before you got in the game. Before you got in the game. And he will probably run circles around you still at 42 years of age. Now, isn't it funny, before the Errol Spence Jr. fight, before the Canelo Alvarez fight, he was too light in the ass. Errol Spence Jr. was going to run over Terrence Bud Crawford. Canelo Alvarez was going to knock Terrence Bud Crawford out. But after he wins the fight, you guys keep wanting to move the goalpost. And I saw some of Boxingego's video about this, and he was pretty much amening what Ryan Garcia had to say about Terrence Bud Crawford's resume. Keep in mind, Boxingego has been on a crusade to, I don't know, diminish what Terrence Bud Crawford has accomplished. Even before that, he's been doing this shit for a long time. But he tries to throw rocks and hide his hand. But we see you. We see what you're doing. And yeah, I'm calling it out. It's always guys who hasn't done anything in the sport. Here it is, Ryan just captured his first title at 147 pounds. And he's talking about a guy who's a 5-division champion, a 3-time undisputed champion, that he has a weak resume. You have your nerve. You are a drug cheat. You are a quitter. You quit against Tank, but you got the nerve to talk down on Terrence Bud Crawford. And Boxingego, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. And this is what I'm saying. We have to push back on bullshit like this. We have to. When you've accomplished half of what he has, then maybe you should run your mouth about someone like Terrence Bud Crawford. It is amazing to me. It's always the guys who've done nothing, absolutely nothing in the sport, who wants to criticize a guy who's done great things, a guy that we should be holding up on a pedestal in the U.S., one of our best. But this is what continues to go on. The guy can't even retire without you guys trying to bring him up, trying to tear down his name, trying to diminish what he's accomplished, when you haven't done, like I said, an eighth of what he's done. That is amazing to me. Now, I didn't want to come on here and go on a rant, on a tirade like this, but, you know, enough is enough with this bullshit. Enough is enough with this bullshit. Terrence Bud Crawford is one of the greatest fighters in our generation. Yeah, I said it. And I mean that. And I'm going to stand by that. And Ryan Garcia is a drug cheat. Boxingego is a Terrence Bud Crawford hater. Criticism's one thing, but just straight out hate, trying to tear him down at every angle he gets. If you don't believe me, go check out his videos on Terrence Bud Crawford. Go check him out. Just scroll through his Terrence Bud Crawford videos. Anyway, I'm done with that, guys. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comment section. It's the CMB. I'll talk to you guys in the next one. And I'm out. Peace.